Hello guys, today is the day when I was finally able to free mark the Bourrasque in World of Tanks. So if you are familiar with this game, then you probably know how hard it is to mark this tank. Me, for example, I needed 3.7k to mark this tank, and it's a tier 8. 3.7, man, Jesus, like... Okay, this tank is amazing, right? Because it has 2 shots, it has good alpha damage, penetration is not so great. I have mostly APCR because I really wanted to mark this tank, so I have 240 pen, I also have 10 normal APCR rounds with 190 penetration with pretty good share velocity. But the biggest advantage of this tank is basically the mobility and the fact that you can basically play as a light tank. Because I have like almost 500 meter fuel range with my setup. So yeah, you can play this tank as a light, and you can also play it as a medium because you have the firepower of a medium and the spotting capabilities of a light tank. So yeah, this is why this tank is so great. And this game is a tier 6 matchup, by the way, which is really lucky for me because it's quite a bit easier for me to do damage here. And game started by getting blocked by the T-34, which was really frustrating, and I was quite pissed, as you can see in the chat, but it happens, I guess. When you are trying to free mark your tank, you want to have the best experience, basically. So I decided to go here to try to shoot the guys who are trying to climb up to the hill, because there are usually at least 1 or 2 people who are trying to do that. And I was able to find an STA. Now this 40 TP is going there, and I hit his track with my second shot, because that's basically the only bad thing I can say about this tank, the accuracy. And the aiming time. The aiming time is the biggest issue because it's really long. It's like I think it's 3.1 seconds with my setup. I have food on this tank, I have brothers in arms, I have bond vents, and I also have V-stab and optics. You might use the, how is it called, the rotation mechanism instead of the optics. But personally, I like to spot with this tank. I like to use it as a light tank, so that's why I have optics. This KV2 decided to cross there, which is not necessarily that good for me because he can easily do like 1k damage to me, unless he decides to to peek like that and let a Ferdinand kill him. That's good for us, and now we are going back here to this bush. I was afraid that the Scorpion would blind fire or something, so I ran back, and I was able to finish him with my 2 shots. And we are already up to 2.6k combined for the gun mark, and we needed like, I don't know, like 4 point something, maybe like 4.5 I think, probably around that. Because when I started this game I was on 94.67% I think, or like around 94.7. Now we are climbing up the hill to hopefully kill this STA, but the Ferdinand was able to do that instead of me, which is fine. Now I want to find a way to destroy these heavy tanks. There is a Tiger and the KV3, they are not really dangerous for me because they don't have any armor. I can easily pen them. But first of all I wanted to make sure that there is no one sitting in that bush. So I took 2 blind shots, none of them hit. As we could see from the fact that we hit the ground. So now it's time to try to deal with these heavies. And the way I'm gonna do this is by going here, and since my tank is really small, I can get away with not being spotted here. Now I can peek like this, I can shoot the KV3 and I can go back. As you can see, we did 670 damage. That's the main strength of this tank, the ability to do a lot of damage really fast. Because you need 2 seconds to do 720 damage, and that's like a lot. That's seriously like a huge amount of damage, especially for a tier 8 tank. So now we are just YOLOing like this, finishing the Tiger, shooting the KV-3. Could have gone for the extra damage by shooting the KV-3 twice instead of the Tiger, who had 134 HP. But I was like, you know, let's get the kill and let's do the last shot into the KV-3, which will work perfectly for me. We are already up to 3.8k damage. That basically means that I need to kill like 2 RT, two of their Artas basically, or just find a Hellcat or something. That's exactly what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm just rushing towards that base because I have basically nothing to worry about, so I can do that very confidently, especially with this tank. There's the Hellcat, I spotted him. First shot hit his track and I did damage as well. Second shot missed, but I got the tracking damage, which counts basically. But for experience, you get less experience for tracking damage than for doing like basically normal damage. But for the gun mark, it's literally the same, so it doesn't make a difference whether I just do damage or get some assist damage from my teammates. So it's really good. Now I'm just trying to hunt these RTs. There's one, M44. Crusader SP is running as well. 2 of our RTs missed. And this guy keeps running. Take the snapshot. You can definitely hit snapshots like this with this tank because the dispersion is amazing. The fact that the aiming time is so long is definitely what makes the gun handling not that great. Now there is a Hummel right here, and let's see if we can get the kill, and yes we can. And as you can see, I was really happy about marking this tank. I was extremely happy because it took me a lot of games. It took me like, I don't know, 250 something, or I don't even remember. But that's also because of the fact that I bought it as my second premium tank, and buying such a high skill cap tank as your second premium is probably not a good idea. But yeah, here we go. We got the gun mark. I'm not gonna show the post game stats for this one because they were like nothing special. You can see the exact score which we did at the moment. 5.3k combined, at least that counts for the gun mark. It was a really good game and I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know what you think about this tank, about this game, whatever, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.